Join me as I take on the challenge of finding my inner peace and balance. Can I really achieve serenity in just one day? Achieving inner peace is the key to unlocking a balanced life. It's the foundation upon which we can build a sense of calm, clarity, and confidence. But in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle and forget to take care of ourselves. That's why I want to talk about the importance of finding our inner peace and how it can transform our lives. Have you ever felt like you're constantly running on a hamster wheel, getting nowhere fast? That's what happens when we let distractions and stressors take over our lives. Social media, email, text messages, notifications, they're all designed to grab our attention and keep us hooked. And before we know it, we're stuck in a cycle of anxiety and overwhelm. We get caught up in negativity and drama, and before we know it, our minds are racing and our hearts are pounding. We're constantly feeling on edge, and it's exhausting. We need to learn how to quiet the noise and tune into our inner selves. We need to learn how to prioritize our well-being and take care of our minds and bodies. But how do we do that? One of the biggest obstacles to finding inner peace is our own minds. We're our own worst critics, and we can be incredibly hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves up over mistakes, and we worry about what others think of us. We're constantly comparing ourselves to others, and we feel like we're never good enough. But the truth is, we are enough. Just as we are, in this moment, we are enough. We need to learn how to be kind to ourselves, to practice self-compassion, and to let go of self-doubt. We need to learn how to quiet that critical inner voice and tune into our intuition. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that we need to be constantly on and productive. We feel like we need to be constantly achieving, constantly accomplishing, and constantly pushing ourselves to be better. But the truth is, we need to learn how to slow down and be still. We need to learn how to quiet our minds and listen to our hearts. We need to learn how to trust ourselves and trust the universe. We need to learn how to let go of control and surrender to what is. So, how do we cultivate serenity and balance in our lives? One powerful technique is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment, without judgment. It's the practice of paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, without getting caught up in them. It's the practice of being still, and quiet, and calm. And it's incredibly powerful. When we practice mindfulness, we begin to see things more clearly. We begin to see that we are not our thoughts, and we are not our emotions. We begin to see that we are so much more than our limited perceptions. We begin to see that we are capable of so much more than we ever thought possible. Another powerful technique is meditation. Meditation is the practice of focusing our minds and quieting our thoughts. It's the practice of tuning into our inner selves and listening to our intuition. It's the practice of letting go of distraction and letting go of stress. And it's incredibly powerful. When we meditate, we begin to feel more calm, more clear, and more confident. We begin to feel more connected to ourselves and more connected to the world around us. Self-reflection is also a powerful tool for cultivating serenity and balance. Self-reflection is the practice of looking inward and examining our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's the practice of being honest with ourselves and acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses. It's the practice of taking responsibility for our lives and making conscious choices about how we want to live. And it's incredibly powerful. When we practice self-reflection, we begin to see ourselves more clearly. We begin to see our patterns, and our habits, and our limitations. We begin to see what's holding us back, and what's propelling us forward. And we begin to make changes. I want to share a personal story with you that illustrates the power of finding inner peace. Several years ago, I was going through a difficult time in my life. I was feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and stuck. I was feeling like I was losing myself, and I didn't know how to find my way back. But then I started practicing mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection. I started taking care of myself and prioritizing my well-being. And slowly but surely, I started to feel more calm, more clear, and more confident. I started to feel more connected to myself and more connected to the world around me. And I started to see the world in a whole new way. I realized that I didn't have to be controlled by my thoughts and my emotions. I realized that I had the power to choose how I wanted to live my life. I realized that I had the power to create the life I wanted and to live the life I deserved. And it was incredibly freeing. I felt like I had finally found my inner peace and my balance. I felt like I had finally found myself. In conclusion, finding inner peace is not a one-time achievement, it's a journey. It takes time, effort, and practice. But the benefits are so worth it. When we cultivate serenity and balance in our lives, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and potential. We open ourselves up to living a life that is true to who we are and true to what we want. So, I want to leave you with a challenge today. Take some time for yourself and prioritize your well-being. Take some time to quiet your mind and listen to your heart. Take some time to cultivate serenity and balance in your life. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What are some strategies that you use to find your inner peace and balance? Share your experiences, and let's support each other on this journey. And if you like this video, be sure to check out my other videos on personal growth and self-improvement. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.